Why did you move to Australia? I get this quite a lot, but I guess I will tell the whole story of why I moved to Australia. Um, so I started listening a lot to, I guess American bands like The Faceless, um, Zenith Passage, Fallujah, and all of those bands were very popular in the US or Europe, but not so much in Latin America. Well, they are, but it was hard to find people to play that music with, and also just to listen to that music with other people. It was very hard. So I started realizing that the things that I liked the most were mostly in other countries. So I said, well, I was just thinking about it might be interesting just to move to another country. Well, not to move, sorry, just to visit another country. Oh, thank you, Hayden. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I was just thinking about just visiting because I never visited another country before. So I said, well, what's the US like, or what's Europe like, or just any other country? And then I said, I heard I was at the time I was studying music, and I heard someone say, "Hey, I heard getting into Berkeley is very hard, not because of getting accepted, but because it's so expensive that you actually need a scholarship in the US." So I said, well, I might as well try, right? I tried that for a while. I got accepted, but never got any scholarship at all. um, so I kept trying, and I said, well, what's the country I like the most? Because I really want to experience new things, and I want to just, I guess, change my life a bit. And I saw Australia, and I saw most of my favorite bands were from Australia. So you can see Pliny is from Australia. The Art is Murder, I think it's from Australia. Neo Obliviscaris, Caligula's Horse, Carnival, one of my favorite bands from Australia. And I said, why are there so many awesome bands in Australia? There has to be something there. And if that's the case, then people would probably like it more, and it will be easier to find people to just play this music. So I got very motivated to go to Australia. Um, and then I just started researching how to do it. Turns out it was very expensive, especially coming from South America, because we have a different salary. Money doesn't work the same as in Australia, so it was very challenging. But eventually I just started, because that was my goal, and I started just saving up money. I wasn't buying anything because I knew I would make it. So I saved up money, and the only way of me to coming here was as an international student. And then I I started just looking into that, and I was about to finish my music degree in Colombia. And I said, well, I might as well just transfer credits so that I just maybe I study 1 year or 2 years in Australia, and that way I get to experience that. And then just the whole moving thing, it was very important and interesting to me. I did that, I got accepted, but that whole process was like 2 or 3 years for me because of COVID and because I didn't have the money. And eventually, like it felt like something, like it felt like an attempt, but I didn't even thought I would end up moving to Australia. And then I finally got accepted. Things worked. I saved up the money. My family helped me a lot, which I am very grateful. And at the time, I was just recording YouTube videos because I said, if I'm going to move to Australia, then I might as well have something to show people. I might as well have videos and music so that I can show, I guess, Australians what I do. Because otherwise, if I want to make a living out of music, I won't have anything to show. And yeah, it was a good sort of thought. And I started just uploading videos every day, but it was sort of my portfolio stuff. it wasn't really. I didn't expect what happened on YouTube. Eventually, I uploaded a Master of Puppets video, and yeah, it worked. And then the YouTube channel worked, and then I moved to Australia, and well, that's basically the whole reason. Everyone is very kind here. It's probably the thing that everyone says, but I really mean it. I go out and it seems like everyone is just just very kind, and they really listen to you. Australians really makes conversation easy, which I appreciate a lot, because I have a hard time just talking in general.